Hi guys, welcome to another video from bIQamtaHvIS, and today we're doing a retro review of Star Trek The Next Generation Klingon Honor Guard. That's a mouthful, but it was pretty much the first-person shooter in the Star Trek universe, so it's before Elite Force and all that. It's running on the original Unreal Engine. Imagine that. That takes me back. I got both of these games when they come out. Unfortunately, my Klingon Honor Guard copy mysteriously disappeared, so I reacquired it off of eBay some time ago for not very much money, and it's actually not too bad to get running on modern systems. You got to put a patch in, you got to do some file management, but that's about it. Not too bad at all. Apparently, it should be running in 1440p in the footage that you're seeing, but I'm not convinced it is. So there you go. I don't think I put the numbers up on screen, primarily because they were very large and obscured a lot. And it's an old game. It came out in '98. So, yeah, I don't think it's taxing current gen sort of graphics cards or anything. So what is it? As I said, it's the first FPS in the Star Trek universe. You play a member of the titular Klingon Honor Guard, and you're trying to prevent an assassination attempt on Gowron's life. You do have returning voice actors from the series, so you have Robert Riley playing Gowron, or is it O'Reilly? It's O'Reilly, beg pardon. Tony Todd is back as Captain Kern. Perhaps not quite canonical Kern, though, because, you know, he's Captain of the Honor Guard, rather than, like, not. We also have the Duras sisters, Barbara March and Gwyneth Walsh, reprising their roles. I will just tell you guys that, yes, I finished work a little bit late today, so you may hear noises, i.e. my wife hoovering downstairs, and a little bastard has decided to play football outside my house on the street. So, that's annoying, so if you hear me laugh, he's been run over, and I'm enjoying myself immensely. I'll probably go a little bit quiet because I'll be watching out the window, but there you are. So anyway, any ambient noises that come through, that's what they are. So, yes, there's not a whole bunch to say because it is a pretty early FPS. It's not like one of the first ones ever, but it is pretty early in the life cycle. It was like when all of the sort of, I guess, second wave of them was coming out, like Unreal and Quake. After Doom and Wolfenstein and all those had come out. So I guess you could maybe characterize it like that. It's probably completely pants in terms of characterization, but I had an honest attempt. I remember I was playing it, and I can't remember how old I was. I don't think it was that old. And Dad and Mum were like, come on, we're going, it's New Year's Eve, by the way. They're like, let's go down the pub. I was like, no, I'm playing Klingon Honor Guard, fuck off. That was my childhood. Well, actually, I think maybe older than childish. I think there was a teenage years, but I'm not sure which end of them, to be perfectly honest with you. But it's a very good example of an earlier one. I think I like it better than Unreal because obviously I have the attachment to the Star Trek license, which is lessened in the last few years. It's gone down as they continue to release utter shite, but there we go. And it does it very well. It feels very Klingon. You have all the Klingon weapons. You have melee weapons, in fact. So, like, it's proper Klingon. You get all the good stuff. There is a few variations in enemies. So you have Andorians, Nausicaans, Lethians, obviously bad Klingons, and various sort of creatures from the Star Trek universe. So it is quite good. I think there's like 20 odd maps as well. It did support up to 8 players via LAN, remember that, and on the internet up to 4 players was supported, and you could do co-op and deathmatch, which was called the Death Right matches, and there was also bot matches in case you didn't have any friends like me. Well, it did quite well in the scorings when it came out. It got some pretty good scores. I think probably GameSpot was the lowest. I don't know, PC Gamer US was lowest at 60%. But I did get some higher ones at like 8 out of 10. Stuff like that, and Bs. So it was fairly well regarded when it came out. The action sort of ran pretty fast and fluid, and you can see, you know, it's only really let down by there being projectiles and not sort of like instantaneous impact like in Doom when you fire your pistol, like whatever you're aiming at gets hit. In this, because you've got floaty balls of energy, they're yes, they can move out of the way. I mean, so can you, so it swings and roundabouts, but it is a little bit annoying watching all of your floaty balls of energy miss and then having to try again. And it just becomes like a chess match and trying to like guess where he's going to roll off to next and put floaty balls of energy on the way there before he actually rolls there.
I am correct.
You can probably see that from the footage. I know there's a part in the footage where it's me and two guys on a cliff exchanging fire. The one thing I don't like about the game is, as the classic sort of early FPS level design, where it's where the fuck do I go now kind of level design. In the second, the first level's not so bad. It's just a holodeck simulation, and as you're partway through it, you get taken out of it after a failed attempt at Garon's life, and you need to go and take down the badniks. So you do that, but unfortunately, you're having a fine time running around these buildings, shooting bad Klingons, Targs, and a drone, and then it puts you in the sewer. Second level sewer level. Not a good look. Not a good look at all. And it's a maze of a sewer level as well. And there are fans all over the place that suck you in and mulch you in one go. So, yes, not my favourite part of the game. When I repurchased this, I played it up to that point and just went, oh yeah, fuck it. And kind of put it aside. But seeing as I have any new games, I thought, well, I do have, was it Lies of P, because that came out on the Game Pass, but I haven't played it. I've installed it, but I haven't actually touched it yet, and I kind of want to get a good feel for it, because I know it's another Souls-like, and I'm terrible at them, so it's probably going to be a review of the first, like, 5 areas of the game, and then I can't get past the 6th, so it's kind of like, I am planning on getting UFC 5 though, because I am a huge UFC fan and I really want that game, and I'm going to find some way to get it, so that, yeah. So you can expect a review on that one at least. I believe that comes out at the end of this month. But yeah, so I thought we'll do a nice retro review, but retro reviews seem to do far better than my regular reviews for some reason. I think it's just more intriguing than watching the 9th review in a row on like Starfield or something, so that's cool. Plus, I like showcasing these games because, like, Klingon Honor hardly ever gets talked about, you know, and I've got quite a few of the older Star Trek games like Harbinger and Final Unity and stuff like that, and Generations. I think I can get most of them running as well, which is nice, except for one, Birth of the Federation. I used to love that game. I cannot get that running for love nor money. I would probably have to actually assemble like a circa sort of 95, probably later than that actually, probably like the circa 2000 PC to be able to run the damn thing with appropriate OS as well. So, I don't really want to spend money just to play Birth of the Federation. Maybe I'll figure out some way of doing it, but I've been trying on and off for about 5 years, so I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. But anyway, guys, let me know if you want to see more of these old ones. As I say, I'm pretty sure I can get most of them running. So if there's some like old Star Trek games you haven't played, or, you know, it's like, what is that? Yeah, what is Harbinger? Harbinger used to be one of my favourites. It's a DS9 sort of point-and-click adventure game. From a first-person standpoint, it's some like, there is first-person shooting in it, but it's like shooting videos, you know. It's kind of like that sort of thing going on. So it's not particularly action-packed, but it is a good story. And I was hopelessly in love with Jadzia Dax when it came out, so I played that game a lot. Anyway, guys, that's been for me. Klingon Guard, I haven't really found it anywhere to purchase online, like on GOG or anything like that. At least at last time I checked. As I say, my copy did come from eBay. They're not particularly expensive on there. I think it was between £5 and £10 I paid for it, so it's not too bad at all. If you're a fan of early FPSs or the original Unreal Engine, then you can go and get it. I think it was developed by Microsoft and released by Microsoft as well, which is not Microsoft, Microprose. What am I saying, idiot? It's literally on the box in front of me. So there you go. When I picked this up, I had to pick up it's Klingon Academy as well, which is a game I always really wanted to get into, and I have still yet to get into it, even though it came with the strategy guide, the eBay copy I got. So you never know, you might see one of that if I can find the time to actually play the damn thing. It's just kind of been sat there. I managed to get it running, and I was like, I'll play it later. Yeah, and it never happened. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there because I'm just going on. So take it easy, and I'll catch you next time.